Hi everyone. I wanted to use this video to talk a little about money spells and to offer a recipe for money drawing oil that I've found really helpful. Recently, we found ourselves needing a little extra cash in order to cover some unexpected medical expenses. On Monday of this week, I performed a simple little money spell, and last night, which was Thursday, a man knocked on our door and offered to buy my husband's old truck that's been broken down in our yard for months. Um, it was completely unexpected, and that's usually how these kinds of spells work. Um, it could be anything really that would manifest. I've heard of people get unexpected settlements. A lot of people in situations like mine where it's just simpler and a few bucks to cover something they needed. Don't go into this with the intention of thinking you're going to do a spell for $1 million. That's unrealistic. Um, you have to, one thing you have to keep in mind is that what you're trying to do and what you're trying to generate has to be possible. Um, Also, before going into specific details, I wanted to try to explain a little more about why some spells work and some spells don't. The absolute key ingredient for a spell to be successful is complete belief in the spell's success. That was something I personally always struggled with myself due to my innate skepticism. But success after success, my belief in my works grew to the point of almost what chaos magicians preach, which is to have absolute belief in your affirmations and you will manifest reality. Granted, I know that's a lot easier said than done. The art of magic, the elaborate parts, oils, candles, chants, colors, etc., it can help a lot in aiding your concentration, belief, and even offer their own energies to your work to strengthen them. Um, One particular thing I've always found helpful was candles. Two types of candles in particular can be quite useful in money drawing spells. The first is a 7-day candle or a novena, which you can find relatively cheap online or at local candle or home decor stores, and especially at Latino shops or in stores where there's a large Hispanic population. These candles can be dressed with oils or even inscribed with your intentions. Some come decorated with Catholic saints or other spirits or deities, and finding one that corresponds to your intention can be helpful. Typically, after dressing or inscribing, you'd read your petition. You can even write it down or place it under the candle and perform any prayers or affirmations and light the candle each day for 7 days. Um, Another type of candle that you can use is a knob candle. These are a little more difficult to find, but online stores or local metaphysical or occult stores might have them in stock. With these candles, you can inscribe a specific intention related to your overall intention on each of the knobs or sections of the candle and burn one knob a day until the candle is completely burned. Um, you would still have your overall intention that you're trying to accomplish, but each individual section of the candle you can specifically inscribe details, like a job, for instance. If you're seeking out a job, um, you can write on the first knob what field you are looking for a job in. On the second one, you can write what kind of income you're looking for in that job. Another one, you can write what kind of working conditions and so forth. With money, you can be specific with money spells using a knob candle. You can write what sources of money you don't want, how much money you want, if you want it in specific increments, and so forth. Um, Also, of course, prior to lighting the candle each time, you can recite your affirmations and your prayers or petitions or whatever you desire. Um, and as I said before, belief in your spell work is the most important element. Some people's faith in higher powers help their belief in the power of prayer. Um, Other spirits could technically also be called in to aid in the spell work, but I'm not going to go into that in this video. Another key to successful spells is clear intentions. You must be absolutely clear on what you want to accomplish. one of my first teachers cautioned us in regards to money spells in particular. She reminded us that a general money spell might manifest as a life insurance payment or some other unfortunate source. So it always pays to be specific. If you're not too sure of where money could come from, you can be specific as to where you don't want it to come from. And finally, the money drawing oil recipe. I've found this particular recipe helpful. You might find others out there, and no one is necessarily better than the others. One ingredient that I definitely recommend you use in the oil is Irish moss, though. Irish moss is traditionally one of the ingredients that's primarily used and has very powerful money drawing properties. And I'm going to end for now. Keep an eye out for future videos. Remember to subscribe in order to get those. And until next time.